This is Obsidian Chill. I'm bringing another video today. This one's going to be a lot different from some of the other ones, more along the lines of some previous videos done in the past. So you're certainly going to want to listen up, because boy do I got some things to get off my chest right now. If you don't already know, or if you haven't browsed the forums, there's been a lot of issues in the past few days with the rampant use of glitching on Throne of the Dead Elite Raid to get the gear. Basically, it's history repeating itself again, just like with Paradox and Nexus. And then once again, it's not the PC servers, it's the USPS community that's doing it. And I'll go into some greater detail here. I'm going to call out one league in particular. But as you can see, there's going to be a bunch of players. And I don't know, it's just, honestly, it's just frustrating. Like, I know you guys can, I know in this video I'm going to harp on the PS community a lot, but, you know, hey, I know it's not all of you guys, but certainly there's enough of you guys doing it. And secondly, I know this may be stupid to some people because obviously it doesn't impact my gameplay experience, my online gaming experience. Anything that they do doesn't affect me. But still, it's just annoying that stuff like this happens. And sometimes you can't even blame the developers. Like, some of the stuff's on them, but most of the stuff it's not. Like, you find out one little thing and then it just completely blows up and like game breaking. But it doesn't have to be. Like, players have to take kind of like ownership themselves. Like, it's pathetic and ridiculous. So we'll jump into it here. So we'll start off. I'll show you. This is the census here. So if I go to we'll go to all. We'll go to 115 CR, which is 115 if you're pretty much almost full 101. If you're full 101, I think it should be 116, but no one's 116. They're all 115. So we'll do this here. We'll go update. So there's 166 characters with 115 CR, and that's all servers. Now let's go to USPS and update. Oh, 164. So 164 out of 166 characters are 115 in the game. So on the USPC, there's one character, as you'll see here, and I've already looked at his gear, and he's legit full 100. Not 101. He has no elite gear at all. He's just full 101 and got lucky from the raids and got maybe a glitched weapon or something like that. And on the EUPC, there's one character as well. And I know this person as well in the game. He doesn't have any elite gear. He has like a weapon glitch or something like that he's got like mostly 99 gear. And on the EUPS, there's no one. USPS, what do you know, 164 people. So like, I know that's still like a big population, 164 people, but it's just ridiculous. So let's move into the league of choice here. The people that I'm going to call out directly in this video, the ones I think are the head of this little crap spree here. So Federation on the USPS server. Some of you may not know it. I don't recognize any of these names. I do know Lord God Melevant just from some of the PvP videos with American Hero. So I'm not sure if other people know some of these guys, but we're going to target these. There's 6 people. Let Me Get Beer is another one. But I'm going to look at these five I don't know, shining examples of being a great DCO player. Let's see. So let's go into a bit of detail here. So here's Esprits here. OP face. Let's see. 101, 99, 101, 101, 101. 100, 100, 101, 101, 101, 100, 101, and the OP face. Now, as we continue, oh look, another OP face. Another one, let's see here, another OP face, another OP face. So I've got 6 tunes here. I've got Esprits, Psycho Beta Beatdown, Beer Guy, Apocalypse, Boba Fett 8996, and Get Me a Beer. That's 6 tunes there, and I did the math. Out of those 6 tunes in the league, this is just one example, they've got 4 OP faces and 50 pieces of 101 gear. 50 of them. Between just 6 tunes, they have 50 pieces of 101 gear. Let that sink in for a sec. 50 pieces. Just ridiculous. And as you can see, there's 2 quantums in the mix. Now there's a few bugs, and even I didn't even know about some of them. I know there's the quantum DPS bug on Ares. I've already forwarded that to the developers, and they already have a fix in the works. I don't blame the developers for that because I don't think it did that on test. And honestly, it's a fluke glitch. It's just because there's no other power like time bomb than the loop damage, so that's why it wasn't caught. The other glitches are just like the typical paradox ones, just like with One Piece pulled off. Oh, let's stand on a pillar and have 6 guys flying in midair and get Epic Odyssey. And all the paradox ones were, oh, let's pull the tyrant into the spawn and kill him there, or let's DPS the bosses at Nexus through the doors. Like who comes up with this? Like, who thinks of that? Like, I've said it before, and like this is why like some in the past I've harped on the USP like the community a bit. But like, Jesus, there's no one on the PCs that go into a raid with that on their mind. Like, no one's thinking, oh, how can I glitch this raid the most to get easy loot? Like, we're thinking about how we can beat the raid, not like how we can glitch it. It's history all over again. And I know a lot of people are going to blame the developers for not getting on this right away. And that's what they did with Paradox, and nothing really happened. The glitch in Paradox was there for weeks. Like all the chat there in the PS was all shouting for Epic Odyssey glitch, all groups like that, and I'm sure that's what they're happening in Throne now. All the groups are like Quantum DPS for Throne, all that kind of stuff. And it's just, you would think we'd like move on and change. Like, that was like 2 years ago with the Paradox and DLC 7, and now DLC 13, and it's the same thing all over again. Any type of little chance like they get, that they just run it for all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously this is just the weekend, so we don't know what the developers are going to do. I certainly hope that there's some kind of rollback, some kind of temporary bans. I will be forwarding all this information to the developers that I know. Some of them are upset over some of the previous glitches that I've forwarded to them. I don't even know if they know about this, just because it's on the weekend and they're not there at work. But I'll be forwarding all this information, and I really hope there's some temporary bans or there's gear rollbacks. But it's just ridiculous that the community at this point gets to this. Like, I know there's glitching in every game, but it's just, I don't know, it's just ridiculous how rampant it becomes so quickly. So that's it. Little short rant video. If you see any of these characters in game, tell them Obsidian Chill sends them the middle finger, and call them just pathetic, because that's what they are. Cheers, guys.